If you've heard about intermittent fasting or heard about various other factors, you've probably realized that the importance of sex hormones in our body is increasing because we keep covering new aspects of the benefits of maintaining high sex hormone levels over time. All this information is based on scientific evidence showing how quality of life improves as time goes on if we maintain higher levels of sex hormones, such as testosterone. So in this video, you're going to see how to increase testosterone naturally simply by following these guidelines you'll see today. The first thing you need to understand with any hormone and with any endogenous production process, meaning production that occurs in our body, not with nutrients like vitamins or minerals that must be consumed externally, is that hormones have 3 steps to follow for their proper production. You need the raw material on one hand. You need a production factory that is in condition for the correct production, and you need there to be no obstacles in the production or distribution of the substance in your body. Let's look at all of these. Firstly, for production, you need a good amount of raw material. The raw material for sex hormones is cholesterol. So one of the things you'll need is to consume a high amount of healthy fats. Healthy fats can be found in a lot of foods such as fish, avocado, raw oils, especially raw olive oil, obviously not heated, nuts, seeds, etc. So these different sources of nutrients, healthy fat sources, will be essential for a good amount of sex hormone production, both in the case of men and in the case of women, because we've already seen that testosterone levels are important to maintain in both sexes. This is not simply a matter of male hormones. It's also important to know that a good testosterone value goes hand in hand with a good growth hormone value, which will also be key for aging without symptoms and without loss of muscle mass. The second factor is having the production factory in condition. In this case, the liver. So the first thing I'm going to recommend you to do is a liver cleanse to keep your liver in condition by eliminating toxins. Now, another factor is you may have your factory in condition but not have the production stimulus. The production stimulus for testosterone will be through sexual activity, exercise, and exposure to the sun. These factors, especially strength training and high-intensity interval training, will be crucial for good testosterone production. Many times when people have trouble losing weight, I recommend they do strength exercises or interval exercises, which are done very simply. But the goal is not for you to burn calories and lose weight for that reason. But the goal is to change your metabolism by increasing testosterone and growth hormone. It's also important to understand that many times the production of sex hormones and growth hormone is not correct because there are many obstacles to their production. In the case of testosterone and also female sex hormones, the most important obstacle will be stress. Elevated cortisol will always lead to a reduction in testosterone values and will lead to a reduction in other values, such as growth hormone in women. So if you haven't seen my video on how to reduce cortisol, I'll leave the link in the description so you can see it and carry out extremely simple techniques to reduce cortisol, because they will have a massive effect on the increase you will be able to generate in sex hormones, specifically testosterone. But surprisingly, one of the most important factors to reduce cortisol to increase testosterone is a correct quality of sleep. Here, it's not so much about the quantity of hours, it's mostly about getting good quality sleep and obtaining good values of vitamin D. Vitamin D is often associated with sun exposure, which is fine. It activates vitamin D, but we need the precursor, in this case, cholesterol, to activate it in the presence of the sun. So if I am exposed to the sun but have a deficiency of vitamin D, you'll notice it's not enough to activate. And on the other hand, you can have this skin color and still have good values of vitamin D without any problem. All these tools are extremely simple tools that I can use to increase testosterone values. And don't forget that one of the easiest tools to sustain to increase testosterone and increase somatotropin or growth hormone, which will be essential for good quality of life in old age, is intermittent fasting, because from 12 hours onwards, there's an elevation of somatotropin, and it generates an elevation of testosterone. These are super simple tools to put into practice, tested by yourself if you want, by measuring testosterone to realize that they are indeed working. And above all, do not consume cereals and dairy products, as they will be major hormonal disruptors of testosterone production. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because you'll be able to see videos like this every week on how to improve your quality of life.